college basketball, NBA, NHL, I have 5 picks for you in this video. So this is a quick little prize picks video. I'm going to be breaking down 5 plays I locked in. And I say this all the time, but you need to understand how prize picks works, right? If you're placing 2 pick entries, you're screwed. You're never going to make money on prize picks. You need to understand how their payouts work because 5 pick flex plays are mathematically optimal. You're actually getting the best odds on prize picks. So you can convert prize picks and their payouts into odds and compare the lines on prize picks to those on the sports books, right? So for a 5 pick flex, as you can see right here, prize picks 5 or 6 pick flex, you're getting minus 119 odds, right? Now, if you play a 2 pick entry, so a 2 pick power play on prize picks, you're getting minus 137 odds. So minus 137 is obviously a lot worse of a price or a lot worse odds than minus 119. And these differences, they make all the difference in the long run as a sharp sports bettor, right? So the first play I ended up going with is McCollum over 5.5 assists. I wouldn't like this in a 2 pick power play at minus 137, right? But when you're getting this at minus 119 on prize picks and a 5 flex, this play looks incredible, right? We're getting a ton of value. So the way the EV tool works is you just select the books you use, and the tool will just sort for you the highest profit margin plays first. And we can see the first play is McCollum over 5.5 assists at minus 119 on prize picks. So again, if you haven't gone through the math of prize picks and how their payouts work, it may not make sense to you why a 5 flex is minus 119 odds. But we have tons of videos about that you can check out, right? So now that you know a prize picks 5 flex is minus 119 odds, it's like, well, why do we like this play? It's just rational sports betting. All the books are pricing this minus 135 to minus 150, maybe an average of roughly minus 145 on main sports books. We're getting minus 119 on prize picks and a 5 flex. That seems pretty good. Seems like we're getting a lot of value. Pinnacle, one of the sharpest bookmakers in the world, they're pricing the over at minus 146. Right? They're pricing McCollum's over 5.5 assists at minus 146. So the over is heavily juiced on sports books, right? All these sports books, it's not like it's just one sports book. Every sports book, basically, literally every single sports book has the over 5.5 for McCollum heavily favored, around minus 145 odds, right? And we're getting minus 119 on prize picks, so a lot of value. So again, like OddsJam is a no bullshit platform. It just shows you where there's value in the lines, right? There's no BS, oh, McCollum, his girlfriend's in a fight with him, he's going to go under. This is just data. Everything is reflected in the market in sportsbook odds. Any public information is reflected in sportsbook odds. If McCollum had a fight with his girlfriend, it's reflected in the odds, right? Everything that is publicly available is reflected in the odds. Sportsbooks know and other bettors know. And this market is based on supply and demand. If everyone bets on McCollum's over, the lines will become less advantageous on the over. So for example, if everyone's hammering McCollum over 5.5 assists, his line on BetOnline will move from minus 141 to, let's say, minus 150, then minus 160. Right? Sportsbooks, they don't want risk. They're constantly moving around lines due to supply and demand. So essentially, as a sharp bettor, all we're looking for is these soft spots on prize picks, right? We're letting OddsJam kind of scan the tens of thousands of odds on prize picks, all these different markets they have, all these different markets the sportsbooks have, right? What OddsJam is doing is it's just pulling in all that data and showing you, hey, you can get this at minus 119 on prize picks. All the books are pricing it around minus 150. It's not like there's just one book. I mean, there's literally dozens of books pricing this around minus 145, minus 150. Seems like a no-brainer getting it at minus 119, right? And we have a bunch of videos about how to go through the math and back out your exact profit margin, but regardless, it should be pretty clear that getting minus 119 is great value when the sharpest bookmaker is pricing it at minus 146. So the next play I ended up going with is Kevin Hayes under 3 shots on goal. So the EV tool works differently than the screen, right? So the screen is more flexible. The EV tool just compares lines set at the same level, right? So here every book has McCollum's line at over under 5.5 assists. Whereas what the screen does is it lets you see, hey, where do books have the line set at different levels? So what you can see here is all of the sports books have Kevin Hayes' line set at 2.5 shots on goal. PrizePicks has his line at 3, right? So PrizePicks is too high relative to the rest of the market. So what we want to do is we want to take the under on PrizePicks, right? PrizePicks is above. All the books have his line at 2.5. So we want to take the under 3. PrizePicks is too high. So we're using the odds jam screen to kind of see where books have the line in the first place set at different levels. So here's the entry I went with. Again, the point of these videos is just educational. If any of these plays move, I apologize. I don't control when books move lines. My plays are good. My plays have an edge. My plays are no bullshit, right? I'm just showing you plays that have a mathematical advantage over the sportsbook using data. So I don't know if they're going to move, when they're going to move, but if they do, I apologize. Again, the point of these videos is to teach you how to fish for yourself, to teach you how to read the lines, to become a better sports bettor. But anyways, hopefully this video was helpful. Let's make money.